Alright, so this is my review for Devil May Cry Season 2, Episode 5. I was not ready for this episode. The interesting thing is I think the last time I watched Episode 4 was about like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I do this thing that could be annoying, especially if you're watching solo review shows, but I do it. I'll be completely honest. I think what I'll do in the future is I'll probably watch all the stuff, record it, have it ready, and then just drop it weekly. I think that's most likely what I'll end up doing in the future. Because I do this thing where I'm sure people do it, where when you really like a show and you don't want it to end, you kind of like procrastinate on it and then you watch it because like you're happy to have it there. You know what I mean? Like I'm sure some people are still watching Stranger Things and they're like it already had its finale and they're like, oh, let's just watch one episode every like month. It's so good. like, but I'm not gonna do that with this. I'm just saying but I'm happy I waited because this episode was amazing, and I'm not waiting anymore. Like I can't. I looked that up. This how much is left? It's an 8 episode season, and I'm on episode 6 now. I'm about to be on episode 6, so I got 3 episodes left. So it's off to the races. I need to see what happens. I need to see if Lady survives. I think she will survive because when what happens to her, I'm like, okay, I was not expecting that at all. But I know in animation sometimes they do that. They take liberties. They take certain characters out who you don't think. Sometimes you think some characters are safe. So judging by certain things that happen in the show, I think that she may survive just because of magic and a lot of different things they could do to kind of maybe. I mean, it was bad. It was bad. What happened to her was bad. Um, Even Dante's really hurt, but I know he's gonna be good. But also one thing we don't know about, actually, not I can't I shouldn't say I'm not completely sure. Um, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I do love that this starts with a flashback with the magician or the black magician or the I forgot his name. He's the black magician or he's a warlock. He's good with demon magic. This guy I like him so much, and he just seems cool. He has like this knowledge and way about him. Like he's a master of the dark arts. um, I don't like his end because I feel like he's smarter than that. And I understand people watching this probably like, oh, if your family member is about to get hurt, you're going to do whatever the bad guy says. But this guy is very smart. He's already proved it. He's talked about what's at stake, what's on the line, millions, potentially billions of lives. So I actually think that even though it sucks to say, I think that the magician or the warlock or I keep forgetting his name. The black guy who does the magic, who's good with the demon magic. I do think that he actually would have, in his character, I think he would have actually sacrificed his granddaughter. Not willingly, but I think that he would have maybe said, Dante, protect her. Well, and Dante would like try to protect her as much as he could, and then he would be able to break the coin, and then, unfortunately, she would be taken out. Only reason I felt that was because I just feel like the way they set this character up, he seems so smart. He seems like a person who would actually um, he seems like a person that would actually, uh, what should I say, understand the stakes. It seems like he does understand the stakes, and I believe him when he's talking to his granddaughter about you don't know what's going on, you don't understand like all this stuff that he's doing, like you don't understand like the stuff that's at stake. I believed him when he said it, so I felt like he would have the way he went out, like you should know he knows how bad these people are. So what makes you think what's gonna happen after you give him the coin? He's gonna just let you and your granddaughter just chill? No, he's just take both of you out, and potentially the granddaughter's gonna be gone because the guy said, oh, she's somewhere where eventually she's gonna meet her end. He probably sent her to Kai or the demon realm, but yeah, unfortunate. Other thing I gotta say is the reason this episode took me by storm is because it starts off so. I love the flashback the way it starts, but then you get a little fun time. You get like the the kind of fun back and forth between Dante and Lady, and then they actually have a moment, and like I'm like wow, okay, like I wasn't expecting that, and I guess that's what shows do. They make you feel high, they build you up, and they break it all down. So I guess I shouldn't be surprised. But I was just like, if that was gonna happen to a lady, maybe the next episode was like, dang, they just started, you know, acting on their feelings for each other. I'm like, wow. But I do love the show. My only gripe, I must say, my only gripe is the way the Demon Trigger looks. I played Devil May Cry. I played pretty much all Devil May Cries. I remember using the Devil Trigger. I remember turning into to a devil and going crazy on those demons. I remember it, and it's amazing, and it looks a little bit scary, and it looks like a demon. It looks like something that you don't mess with. The way the animation in the show is, I really like it. I love the character designs of so many demons and so many aspects of the show, but I feel like the demon trigger looks too cartoony. It looks too kiddie. It looks too friendly. I think they should have given sharper teeth or sharper horns, something to make it stand out a little bit. Um, so that's the only thing I would say about that. But other than that, they did say when I press pause that the end game is coming. There's one more season coming, and I have 3 episodes left. I want things to tie up in a bow, but it's not. I realize that now because they're already promoting the next season. I don't know when the final season comes out, but I'm pretty sure this season is going to be a cliffhanger, a really big cliffhanger. I'm not ready to enjoy that, but I guess I am ready to enjoy that. Um, yeah, but I like the show. I like the show a lot. What else can I say? I want Dante to use his guns a lot more. In the video games, he jumps upside down. He does these cool things when he's shooting his guns and it looks so amazing. He's great with his sword. He's great with the guns too. But Lady is more the gunslinger in this show, and I need Dante to really, because I remember at the end or at some point in season one, like I'll be honest, season one is way better than this. Season two is good. It is good. Not it's good. But season one, the White Rabbit is he's a hero. Okay, some people are not gonna agree. The White Rabbit is a hero. He is a hero. He does a lot of things in the name of being a hero, but actually, no, he's not a hero. But he has some virtues to him. He's not. He's a flawed villain. He's a flawed character. But I love the White Rabbit. He's like one of the best villains I've seen in animation before. Just the best villain I've ever, one of the best villains I've ever seen. His arc is just insane, and I wish he had a better arc. I wish things he had more happy ending. But dang, I love the White Rabbit. I need to watch season one again to review it. If you want it, it was so good, so good. He brought me into that show. I came for Dante, and I stayed for Dante, but a part of me stayed for White Rabbit too. And the White Rabbit was just great. Um, but anyways, I loved all the villains that the White Rabbit had around him. He had all these cool henchmen and stuff with the animation style and the blue goo guy and with the red eye, all this stuff. So many cool character designs. The reason I'm bringing that up is because when I go back and now I'm looking at the Devil Trigger of Dante and his brother, it's cool. I'm glad he's powerful in the Devil Trigger, but just like it's lacking that it factor, the Devil Trigger design. I think they needed something to push it just a little bit further to make it look more ferocious, make it look like he's really going to like Super Saiyan levels. It just looks too soft. He looks like a kid, like too cartoony to me. But I just had to touch on that again. But anyways, I do like that season. Curious where it's gonna end, and yeah, I'm excited. Is Dejo know the name? Spread love and light, and let's sign off with a Devil Trigger.